I was at a time in my career where I was looking for something new, and some friends kind of introduced me to Border Magic, and so I had never been part of a franchise before. I'll be honest, it was a little scary, the idea of any kind of investment to do something new, but I just felt the company was so supportive. They provided the tools needed and the path that could be followed, and so I just felt like it was the right thing and dove into it.
I started helping my parents with their landscaping business, and I found Border Magic at a trade show, and I fell in love with the product. I did lots of research when I talked about it, and Border Magic had everything ready for me. So I didn't have to go out and try to find a machine, and I didn't have to go out and try to do the marketing or the website or the Facebook. It was like a package deal.
I was actually a customer of Border Magic when I was stationed in North Carolina in 2010. So I saw the quality and the pride in the product, and I kind of knew from then I wanted to pick it up. It wasn't a hard decision, but it was more being committed to it and making sure we were 100% all in. My wife and I spent many days, nights, weeks talking about it because I felt like I was vested into it, and I just went with my gut and made the purchase.
I was looking for Border for my home, and I had a gentleman come out and give me an estimate, and he indicated that they had 2 crews running 6 days a week, and they couldn't get to me until the following season. So I thought that was interesting, so I started checking around, and I got connected with a franchise broker who connected me with Butch, and had a couple of conversations, and I thought it was very interesting. What I liked best about the opportunity with Border Magic is that I had that support from soup to nuts, start to finish, how to start the business, get it off the ground, and support throughout the whole entire operational process. So I was really excited about that because I've never started a business from scratch.
We wanted to have a business where our sons could work alongside of me during their summers when they're out of school, and this came available, and we had peace about it. So we actually bought an existing franchise from a friend that had ran it for 10 years, and he was successful, but he was having some back problems. So it was a good fit for us.
After the very first day of training, my daughter, we were sitting at the hotel, and she goes, "Dad, this is way easier than I thought it would be."
No, anybody can do it. You really just have to have the motivation. You have to have goals, and if you can do that, then you can do this. Nothing about this is hard. It's just you have to have the motivation.
You know, what you put into it and what you invest into it, whether it's time, money, either way, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So in that regards, we feel like we've been very successful.
To be honest with you, when I started, I wasn't as much that type of person either, but I soon learned that there's a lot of joy that comes with that.
Yeah.
Getting out there, not being afraid of talking to people, not being afraid of trying things, not being afraid of taking risks.
I didn't really know what to expect. I think the sales have gone a lot smoother than I had imagined. It basically sells itself. And coming from the perspective of not knowing anything about the industry or about border curbing and selling, I think we sold 150 the first year, and we're doubling our business in 3 years.
What's so great about our business is if you mess up, you just pick it up and start over. No one gets hurt, nothing bad comes of it. So trying this and learning something new, it's very easy to do.
The wheel was already formed, it was working, it was well oiled, and it was proven, a proven system. Coming from where I was, the organization I was coming from, that's what I was looking for, and that's what it offered.
And I really appreciate anytime we run into a problem or a equipment issue, anything, I can lean on Border Magic. A lot of people ask me, why did you do a franchise? Why didn't you just do it on your own? And I just don't think I would be where I am today if I did not have that support.
But I'll be honest, when I came down to the headquarters and met everyone, that truly was kind of what sealed the deal, was just from the heart, they want you to be successful. They want to provide you the tools.
It doesn't feel like it's like corporate. It feels like I have a friend. I can call them like, hey, I need this. I have this question. I'm not sure what to do about this. And it feels just comfortable. So it's not like I'm calling, 800 number and asking a customer service. It's nothing like that. It's always felt like it's a family, more so than like super corporate-y business.
You know these professionals on a first name basis, and you know that you can reach out to them at any time. But at any point, they're reaching out to you to make sure you're doing okay, and there's anything that they can help us with, they're there for as well.
I think the investment for people could be challenging, but I think that it's the idea you're always investing in yourself, whether it's a dollar amount, a time, or whatever, but the opportunity to be able to invest in something where, as long as you're willing to put the effort in, the return will be there.
I didn't really have any experience with the concrete industry, and my biggest challenge was, I guess, twofold. One was the financial risk that I had to take. With that, I didn't have any equipment or any kind of assets, so I had to basically purchase everything. So that was a little risky, and I had to, as a condition of the loan, I had to continue to work.
I've only done it for a couple years, so I've been able to pay, because I had to do a loan to buy into it. So I've paid back, been able to pay my bills, been able to pay the loans and take care of what I needed to, and has been fine. I mean, I'm not, I know when the loans are paid off, I'll really be making really good money, but I'm just a couple years in, so I have a little bit of time to get there.
We're debt-free at this point, except for we're in the process of buying our house. But as far as the business and all my equipment, everything is paid for, and we've been able to do some vacations, and yeah, it's been good.
It's family oriented, it's professional, and you have fun.
I was lucky enough that my daughter came on board with me, and she really ran the company for me this last year.
When I bought the business, the previous owner had one guy that had worked for him for a number of years, and he came with the business. He knew how to do the installs, he knew how to, and that was a big help for me. He became my right-hand man. And then my sons quickly picked up on it as they were growing older, and we became a very efficient team, and yeah, it's worked good for us.
I had my son-in-law as the main production manager. He's a school teacher, so I thought that would be a great opportunity. It pairs really well with what he was doing, and I thought that would be a really great kind of partnership, and eventually maybe even just kind of sell that off to him when I was done.
And I have had a lot of help from corporate. I can call anytime, a lot of help from other franchisees. So I know at any time I can call a franchisee or I can call corporate, and they're gonna talk to me.
When you start a business, there's a certain outlay and things that you have to do to get your business off the ground. Website, the little things people don't think about, like creating an estimate sheet, creating a brochure, creating your samples, having your pitch deck, understanding all of the little pitfalls that are going to happen when you're, first installing the product, and having just that group of knowledgeable people that you can call and say, hey, this happened just like you said, now how do I fix it? I forgot how to fix it.
Like I said before, I reached out to about a dozen franchisees before I purchased a Border Magic franchise, and I still to this day continue to reach out to them, and I've been very fortunate to be successful in this organization where now I have them reaching out to me.
No one hides anything. It is, here's what we do, steal it and use it and go do it better.
Yeah, I get a lot of advice from the other franchisees. We have your group. I text and call, and then we have a Facebook group. Look at different things. People ask questions, and it's been good.
"5 years from now, I actually see myself less involved as an operator and more as an owner in the business. being able to watch my team go out and do great things and lay a great product on the ground for our community, and allows me some more family time.
I mean, ideally, if one of our sons or somebody that works for us to step in the role of ownership, and me being more of a mentor, support person doing the estimates or something like that is where I would like to be in 5 years.
Well, I am optimistic that this will be my last year of working 2 jobs, and my intent is that next year I will be in the business full time. I'm hoping to be in the field a couple days a week just so I can continue to make that connection with the team and also continue to grow our product offerings. I really want to work on a couple of new techniques that I've seen some of our competitors using. And I really want to focus on marketing and growing my business, and so that every year I don't have to start over from scratch and really have a really robust pipeline going into the next season.
I don't envision myself, I'm not anxious at this to say, when would I be done? Whereas other things I have done, I can go, okay, when's the finish line? This, I don't see the need for a finish line. I see where I can be involved with the crew as long as I'm here and helping them accomplish things they want, and still working with customers and growing the business that way and truly expanding. I'm a firm believer, and when I came into this was not just my crew only. I anticipate, and my goal is to impact multiple crews, multiple people, where we have maybe different cities, but my city growing. So because we can help more people.
You can't just buy the business and not put forth the effort, or you're not going to do well. And I've been able to tell that just with myself. So there's been a couple months that I've had just, personal things happening, and I wasn't putting enough effort into making my business run, and it showed. So I, reevaluated. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, it's my fault. You need to kick it back in gear, and the business does really well. It's as much as you put into it as you're going to get out of it.
With purchasing a Border Magic franchise and coming from the Marine Corps, the team concept, the leadership traits, the leadership principles all tie in to this story. It all ties into the Border Magic way, the fundamentals, and the way we conduct business.
You have that, I would say, credibility, because Border Magic has been a franchise for a long time. So when people ask me, how long have you been in business? I would say, well, 1 year. But Border Magic's been around for many, many years, and I was taught by someone who's been in the industry for X amount, and so I could use that really to leverage my credibility as well.
I would do it again if I had it over to do.
He often says, I'm doing exactly what I love to do. He loves to go make something more beautiful for somebody, like at the home. It's like he comes away and the people are excited and love the product, and he comes home and he said, we met somebody's need today, and he's all excited. So that's always good.
There's a lot of franchises out there you could do. And I've even been part of one other. And this is by far the most supportive. And I think that is the key. It's not easy. It's hard work, but it's enjoyable. It is the support you get to build your business and to grow it that I truly think is the difference. And it's people that really care, not they just want to see how much business you can get. It's almost that's interestingly enough so rarely spoken about, actually. It's more about what you're building and how you're creating it, and ways to improve the business and the people you're working with. That's really what it is about. And so I would encourage individuals to dive in and don't test the water. Don't put your toe in, just jump in. Because the reward will happen quickly for you.